So this is the Segway E110S, one of the most affordable electric mopeds on the market. This is a 50cc equivalent, so 28 miles per hour top of speed. In terms of license you need, if you have a pre-February 2001 driving license, you can ride this on your car license. Otherwise, just a one-day training course is required. So we're just going to quickly run through some of the specs of the bike, show you some nice close-ups. But first, let's talk about the size. So it's 1800 millimeter in length, 718 millimeter seat height, and it's got 12-inch wheels front and back. Okay, so let's start with the batteries. Okay, so to access the batteries, you can either click this button twice, 1, 2, that opens the seat, or you just turn the key and that opens the seat. And you've got this lever here, pull that lever, and then that opens this little compartment just under your feet where the battery is stored. You can take the battery out of the bike to charge it, or you can leave it in and plug the charger directly into the bike. It's a 48 volt 30 amp battery. So range wise, now this isn't the bike, certainly not one of the models that gives you the most range. You're probably looking at about 30 to 40 mile in range realistically, and it's a 4-hour charge time as well. So actually quickly on that, just because I didn't show you the storage space, but you get 34 litres of storage space under the seat. One of the best features of the Segway bikes is you get loads of storage space. So there's enough room for a full face helmet plus more, which does mean you probably won't need to buy a top box because you've got all that storage space there. So let's move on to the motor and the power. So it's a hub motor, and on the E110S it's a 2 kilowatts, so 2000 watt peak power motor. You know, it's not the most powerful 50cc equivalent scooter, but it's plenty of power, plenty of torque for just getting from A to B and getting you around the city. Yeah, it's got, I've told you about the wheels already, haven't you? It's 12 inch wheels. So let's talk a little bit about we'll show you the dash, and let's go through some of the controls of the bike. Okay, so let's have a look at the display. It's got this beautiful, this nice floating LED display. So you can see that's your how much battery you've got left. And then you can also, I'll show you the app in a minute, but within the app you can set it so that it shows how many miles you have left in range as well. And this is your modes of riding. So in the E110S you have 3 riding modes. So mode 1, so I've got the seat sensor set as on, so basically that means you have to be seated to get the bike into ready mode, which by the way is really useful because we've seen it quite a few times where people forget that the bike is on when they're moving it manually and it goes away from them. So this just means it's a safety thing. It means you have to be seated on it. So yeah, modes of riding. So mode 1. So on the road, you're probably looking at about 15 miles per hour. Mode 2, just over 20, and then obviously mode 3, you get it up to full speed and full power. So the idea behind the modes of riding is, you know, if you're in the city, I know in Edinburgh, for example, you know, it's 20 mile per hour maximum speed limit. You can just have it in mode 2 and conserve a lot of battery. It's also got cruise control as well, and there's a reverse function as well. So this green button, by the way, that gets it into ready mode. I didn't really explain that, but if you press that button, that gets the bike ready. Okay, so I think that's all the controls. Oh, one last thing I was going to show you is there's a USB there. Yeah, it's a USB. It's actually it's the other Segway bike that has a USB-C, but this one's just got a USB. Cool. I think that's all the controls. Let's quickly show you the app, because the Segway app is really cool. Okay, so here is the app. So basically within the app you can control pretty much all the settings for the bike. You can turn it on and off, you can open the seat, and also it's tracked as well, so you've got your tracker there so you can see where your bike is at all times. It'll also ping you a notification if there's any sort of unauthorized movement as well, and then yeah, you can see all the settings can be controlled via the app. So there's a seat sensor that I was talking about, you can turn that off if that gets annoying. There's an assist mode for helping you push the bike manually. You can turn the reverse function on and off, and you know, you can control the lights and the alarm as well, and the volume of the alarm and stuff like that. So there's loads to the app. Oh, the other thing is the security and anti-theft. You can actually report the bike if it gets stolen, and you can get the bike, the function of the bike basically deactivated. So that's a really good security feature there as well. So yeah, that's the app. So the E110S, it's not the most powerful, and it's not the most range, but you've got to think of the price. This is cheaper than even a half decent electric bicycle, and just think about what you're getting for the money. It's just a perfect scooter for just getting from A to B, getting to work, commuting to work, pennies to run. And it's set with Segway, the technology is brilliant, you know, all the safety, security, technology, the app's amazing, and just really, really well built and really, really reliable. So jump over to flexelectric.co.uk, go and check out the full specs online, because there's probably some stuff we've missed, and if you have any questions, just reach out.